Hey everyone, it's Emily Austin. I'm here with Ryan Garcia and we are live from Riyadh. So welcome. Is it your first time here?
It is my first time here, yes.
And how are you feeling?
It's cool. I feel good. Finally got a workout in. Been here for a day and a half. It's been fun.
You yourself, you're coming off of one of the most famous upsets right now. It's been weeks since the fight. It's still one of the most spoken about fights. And I just wanted to talk to you about the aftermath of that. What ended so great for you has now taken kind of a sour turn. But I want to hear your perspective on it all.
I mean, when I'm seriously talking about it, I feel a little hurt and just damaged by the accusations that are put on me, because I know for a fact that I'm not a cheater and I've never been a cheater. The only thing, never. I don't even want to say what I want to say in my mind, but I have bad jokes. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, I'm hurt. Like, I'm dead hurt. Like, and I put in so much work my whole life since I was 7 years old, and it just, one of my greatest victories is now being, has like a little bit of asterisk because of a lie. A lie is a lie, the truth is the truth, and this is a lie. So yeah. I'm genuinely hurt. Like, I cry, at night sometimes, just knowing that they're trying to, taint my victory.
Off camera, when you and I were talking, you mentioned how you felt like these attacks coming post-fight were almost personal between Haney and his father and just everyone contributing to it. And now I'm not really too sure what's going on with Eddie Hearn, but can you give me some insight as to why you feel that way?
I just think, we're like literally letting literal cheaters convict me of cheating. Like, Victor Conte is a cheater. He literally got caught for steroids. I mean, why would we be listening to this guy? He literally was the poster boy for steroids and giving it to athletes. And we're listening to that guy. And he's the one that shaped VADA. That's crazy. What's even crazier is the New York State Athletic Commission's president resigned right after this. And what's even crazier is they didn't find any supplement or any steroids in my system, PEDs, all the way up till a day before the fight, day after my fight. So I would have had to take steroids a week before my fight, because I guess it takes a certain time for the steroids results to come in. And then that wouldn't even make sense, because it wouldn't even help me in the fight if it was just a week. And then on top of it, we have Conte that literally helped shape VADA, the one that conducted the testing. So that smells funny business to me. I mean, if it's a fish, if it looked like a fish, it's a fish. If it looked like a duck, it's a duck. So at the end of the day, that's how I feel. And I just feel like it's just utter They found like a billionth, a trillionth of a gram in my system. That's even crazier. What would that do? And then Eddie Hearn pisses me off because this is what he says, but at the end of the day, he had it in his system. Okay. He keeps saying that I have supplements in me, not supplements, I test positive. That's just all he's running with. Like, I know that Devin Haney was like your poster child for being the next Floyd Mayweather, but I definitely debunked that. And how about you give me my credit and just be like, yo, he's the best, bro. You literally told me he was unbeatable. You literally told me he was unbeatable in the press conference. This man I feel like he's unbeatable. I said, bro, anybody could lose. You stupid? Even I could lose. I'm the best.
But I want to talk about that.
Muhammad Ali lost.
Right. There's only one winner. That's the thing about not being in a team sport. You kind of take the responsibility on yourself.
Floyd Mayweather should have lost to Castillo the first fight. Bro, and politics got in the way. Everybody loses in life. That's the truth. It's the point blank period.
You said you've been fighting since you were 7. Take me through that. What got you into boxing?
I hated baseball. No, I didn't hate baseball. Actually, I love baseball. I just hated the fact that, if your team doesn't give it their full effort, it doesn't matter, you're going to lose, and I give my all, I feel like, in everything I do. Interviews, anything I do, the way I dress, anything I do, I give my all. So I just wanted a sport that was one-on-one, and I asked my uncle, hey, is there any sport one-on-one? And then he showed me boxing, and then that's kind of how it all started.
Did you ever have like a role model, an idol in the boxing world that you kind of looked up to? Just always on your own?
It was just always on my own. I would say just my faith in God as well. I've always had faith in God since I was like a little boy. So that's always kind of maneuvered my choices and how I did things, and, it kind of shaped me who I was. That's what I relied on.
So it's always been a really important part of your life because you've been vocal about it recently.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, As a little kid, I was just the one kid believing in God and everything. Like Noah's Ark, they don't believe it. I'm like, yo, that happened. Like, I don't care what you guys say. You know, if I feel in my heart it happened. And, you know, that's a hard story to believe, you know, logically speaking. Like, what? Animals go into into a boat, you know. But I was like, nah, it happened.
Is that part of your upbringing? Is that how your parents, would they teach you? What was your family dynamic like growing up? Do you have siblings?
Well, my mom definitely, she was a big advocate for my faith, and she pushed me to go to church. And I always just wanted to, in general. I felt comfortable there, and I felt, you know, safe. It just kept evolving, and then I understood that, you know, that's the only thing that really matters in life is your faith.
You've acquired a lot of fame at a young age. Is it about 19, you think? You really started to blow up?
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's impacted you in any way?
It definitely shaped me into just understanding what's real, what's not, you know, like just, you know, people, you know, their offensive comments, and then just having to grow out of it, like, that doesn't really matter. And then, you know, that doesn't define who I am. It's just a lot of lessons I learned throughout my life because of that. Mm-hmm. And then it kind of had my business mind, you know, open up quicker. So I'm like, okay, I could use this as a business, and I could keep pushing it. And then it just became like more like a game to me. And now I just look at it like, oh, I'm going to say something crazy. Like, hey, dude.
I want to talk about that. So especially leading up to your last fight, that kind of was the narrative. Everyone was saying, well, Ryan's lost his mind. He's crazy. And you're coming out here and you're like, psych.
Yeah, people thought I was crazy, but I look pretty normal, and I'm talking perfectly fine. So, you know, joke's on them, in my opinion.
And then after this fight, you've faced more backlash than ever. And you said that the comments, in fact, used to hurt. Is there something that you kind of go to, I don't know, stay strong through it all? Because obviously right now it's going through a bit of some controversy, but what kind of keeps you through the path?
I just always, my faith with God, that's number one. My children, obviously I have 3 beautiful kids. Just look at them and like, dang, they're dope. And I just don't want to lose in front of my son. So once my son was born, there's no way I'm gonna lose. Like, I will go crazy to win. I'm not about to lose in front of him. So, you know, I'm 2-0, you know, with my son being here. Just gotta say.
Tell me about your kids.
I got Riley, my oldest, she's 5 years old. Bella, she's 3.5. And then my son, Henry, he's 5 months.
Do you want him to box? Do you want him to kind of take after you in a way, or you do not care about that?
I want him to do what he wants to do and pave his own way. If he wants to fight, you better be the best at it. Like, don't come in here, you know, out here just trying to use my name to, you know, build yourself up. So I want him to be a soccer player, if I'm being real.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I was the best at the hands. I want him to be best at the feet.
I think what's really interesting is kind of the Ryan that we don't see. Leading up to the fight, I mean, I've learned, again, off camera, you fast, you run in the morning here in Riyadh, outdoors. That's kind of insane to me.
With the sauna suit on.
With a sauna suit outdoor, that's torture, in my opinion. So why don't you take me through your typical Ryan Garcia training, and you're not even training specifically for a fight, but it seems like you kind of have this like regime of discipline. And I find it very interesting if you want to tell us more about it.
Whatever hits my spirit, I pretty much do it. I've been through a lot in my life that me running in a hot sun at 120-degree weather is not going to scare me. And I've been lost in the desert before, literally desert, and I was literally about to die. I was low on weight. I was cutting weight, actually, and I got lost in the desert once, and I survived that. I was abused as a little kid in a different way. That was hard. So, like, I'm different. I'm just different. Like, I'm ready to go to the furthest extent to be the best fighter in the world. And I'm training all the time. Like, I train my hands all the time. I hit bricks with my hands all the time. Like, I just do a lot of things that I know fighters just don't want to do. I train at 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. I've trained in every scenario possible. I've trained drunk. I've trained high. I've literally trained in every mental state. Mm-hmm. And I've been through it, and look I'm still alive. So what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I think that I'm just willing to do the craziest shit to be the best, and I don't think other people are willing to do it. Mm-hmm. And then on top of it, I don't think anybody has a bigger faith than me when it comes to like belief in themselves and what God has planned for me. So my life is in His hands, and I think that's what makes me different. And I fast just because when I have to fast, I just fast, and I don't really have to tell people how much I fast, but I do it a lot. I haven't ate today, but I'll just tell you, I haven't ate today. And I feel perfectly fine.
When it's all said and done, what is the legacy that you want your children remembering you by, your fans remembering you by? When it's all over, who was Ryan Garcia?
I was just a big advocate for truth and justice and for the kids, and I just want to save all the kids in the world. And that's my main objective in life, is just to protect their innocence and just stand up for any unjust cause and just not be afraid.
Why is it so important to you?
I can't look at any more kids being hurt, you know. That's the one thing that was dead serious, you know, on build up, was my attempt to expose the people that are hurting these little kids. They're sex trafficked, you know, all around the world. $150 billion industry. Nobody's talking about it, you know. So I'm the only one literally talking about it.
Why? Why do you think that is?
I have no idea. Like, what are you guys scared of? Nothing's gonna happen. I'm perfectly fine. Why are you guys scared to talk about little kids being sex trafficked?
So you want to be remembered as the man who stood up for the truth.
Yeah. That's
a great
exactly.
legacy to have.
Yeah.
I think we're out of time, but I can't think of a better way to wrap that.
That was perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's amazing.